देखो लेखो তুই ভালোভাবে লিখবি প্লিজ জয়েন আস পড়ো না नीचे लगे तू आवाज कर और वीडियो का भरा है तू आवाज कर तू आवाज कर ना माइक पे देखो तब ये भरा है मैं हमें बोललाम আমার সঙ্গে জয়েন করে দেওয়ার জন্য আমার সাপোর্ট করে ঠিক আছে আমার সঙ্গে লাইক করে কমেন্ট করে করতে এই দিন
Vivo.
subscribe channel, like and comment. তাহলে ডট ডট মানে ইয়ে দিয়ে দুটো লিখে তারপরে লাস্টের টাইম দিয়ে করে দেবো ফুল ফর্মে লিখতে পারবে না
Hello, and welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open, where we are just about to get underway.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, you okay?
Yeah.
You good? You clear? Well, I'll tell you what. My name is John Allen. With me is Toby. Yet again, we've been seeing a couple of these teams clash yesterday in the final week of the semi-final stage.
Yeah, yesterday was interesting, and even more so interesting, double wins. Not even double wins, but back-to-back wins at that for Insidious. That was a very interesting one. That.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see. And of course, a lot of these teams are going to be moving into this week or this day of this last week with their final games. That's Group A taking on Group C. So the teams in Group A, this is their last chance to put scores on the board.
It is, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on you mentally.
Oh, yeah.
But also for the guys that are playing in these, they will. I mean, half the teams here will have a chance to play again tomorrow. The other half, as you said, they'll be done for. So they will maybe, depending on where they are on the leaderboards, be going even more aggressive, and that could obscure the games or like kind of mess up the games that the guys that also have stage to play for tomorrow will potentially have today.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what's going to happen. But here you can see how the tournament is going to pan out. Here are the rules. Placement points are top dollar here right now. This is the format that we're playing with the tournament. Very, very heavily weighted towards that placement. You can see 30 points at a 30-to-1 ratio for first place getting that in. So late placements, really all you're looking for.
Yeah, it's because it's kind of interesting that because it scales pretty regularly, as you would see, up until I want to say maybe 9th place, like 7 points for 9th place according to 1 kill per game. That's pretty decent. But then it just skyrockets forward and it goes all the way up to 30, and that's like a wow if you can get these wins, because you don't normally get wins without kills. So the guys that do get the 30 points or the wins tend to get like around double digits. You would say like it's the average maybe 8 to 10, 11-ish kills. Some go higher, some go a bit lower, but that's just a lot of points to rack up.
I think the record for the number of kills actually was set yesterday over in I think the Middle Eastern region with a game that they won with 29 kills. So they almost doubled those points. That's a pretty huge margin. But so those kills can come into it if you are just holding the zone. Normally that comes with a good circle for you, where you are getting a lot of teams just pushing into you in a stronghold. So
also you have to fight for the entire game. You cannot just play passive early and then take fights late, because there won't be enough players left for you to kill.
Yeah, exactly. You need to be in that 5th and 6th zone, making sure that those phases go your way in terms of the fights. And if you can get it done, sure, you can rack up those kills.
Yeah, one thing is that you get the amount of kills. Another thing is the fact that you can stay alive throughout all of it, right? I mean, every single time you take a fight, I normally say, if you can take a fight 4v4, pretty even odds as to who has the better position and whatnot. If one team can survive losing only one player, that's pretty well done. I mean, that's pretty impressive, but yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just you don't see it. You don't see it that one team can survive time and time again without losing a single one.
These groups are the groups from the group stages, so they are not longer the groups that we're playing with. But a couple of these teams will have gone. So obviously we're playing with Group A and C from the semi-finals at the moment, which is Insidious, Indian Tigers, 8-Bit, SWAT Official, God's Reign, Rip Official, Pain, Retribution, Daku Official, and then over in Group C, the Brawlers, Team India, ISO, Learn from Past, Megastars, Team Soul, Maximus Alpha, and Pixel Spades. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's why I talk for a living. But a couple of those teams that I do want to highlight, 8-Bit particularly, very consistent. They had a little bit of an upset, I think, in one of the games yesterday, but they were still posting the numbers. You've got Indian Tigers, a little bit more variable. They do need to step it up a little bit, but they are doing fine. They're sitting 4th place in the tournament overall at this stage. Team Insidious as well had a slip up yesterday after those back-to-backs.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that they didn't only win the games and do it back-to-back, but they did it on 2 different maps, and that to me is what's the most impressive. Because sure, when you have those double wrangle games to finish things off, if you can take them home there, same game, if you get the same type of circles, it's like, oh, they were just doing what they did last game.
Yeah.
That's one thing, but here, very different games. And then when they did get that 3rd game, when I said, guys, what can you do when you don't get to sit dead center with a
evening? At sort of how these teams need to be scoring, you're looking at that 200 mark as really the points that you need to be looking for to qualify. Of course, at the end of this weekend, we're going to be saying goodbye to 8 of these teams that you'll be seeing. But we've got Vikendi today, followed by Sandhawk, and then Erangel, or Erangel.
However you want to say it. Same different name.
Absolutely. But yeah, so we're going to be seeing Sandhawk today, which is kind of the difference that we're seeing now.
Yeah, that's been an interesting one, especially when I was casting in Group 1 in Week 1 of the group stages, and it was just me. People were coming in here with a completely different strategy. I mean, you see one team that always likes to go aggressive, all of a sudden they were the ones hiding in the huts, and the other ones that tend to sit on the edges, they were just sitting at dead center all the time. Sandhawk is a very different map to the other ones. It's tons of more foliage, and you're forced into these close range fights, and if you don't like them, I mean, if you're not a close range fighting team, for whatever reason that may be.
Yeah.
It's just that Sandhawk is not your map, and you got to find a way to sort of make it your map.
Well, speaking of teams that it is their map, Insidious currently the best performing team on Sandhawk.
That's scary.
There isn't that much data to go off, so over 3 games, they have been posting a 31.6 average of points per map on Sandhawk. They are currently the best team to be beaten, and they are playing today, and they are coming up against, I think, Pain Retribution, who are the second best team as well. There's a lot of high-scoring teams on this map coming out today, and it's those top teams that we're really seeing in the tournament come through and have that close-range capability, confident in those gunfights. That's really where you shine in Sandhawk.
I mean, we saw it with 8-Bit yesterday when they were sitting in the compound on a Ranko, and Insidious comes rolling up on them. It didn't take more than 5-6 seconds before Insidious had completely wiped them out. And we were both like, wait, 8-Bit was a pretty good...
Yeah.
ভিডিওগুলো একটু বড় হচ্ছে